Have you ever had that gut-wrenching moment when you realize your luggage is gone? Not just misplaced, but gone? I still remember the feeling of standing at the baggage claim carousel, watching everyone else grab their bags and then nothing. I walked up to the counter. My palms were sweaty. The words didn't even sound real when I asked, "What happens if my luggage is stolen?" The airline employee just shrugged. "It happens. We'll file a report." I couldn't believe it. This wasn't just about clothes or toiletries. It was my personal stuff, my life in a suitcase. I thought it was just a bad dream, but it wasn't. It was real. That sinking feeling, that panic, the frustration that comes from having no control. You know what I'm talking about, right? I had a trip planned to visit family I hadn't seen in years. I was finally going to reconnect, make memories, maybe even get a little vacation time away from my routine life. And then, the luggage vanished. Hours went by, then days. No updates, just silence. I couldn't help but think, why does this always happen to me? Eventually, I got to a point where I was considering the worst. I would never see my stuff again. My clothes, my books, my tech, all gone, stolen. But then, someone told me about something I'd never considered before. Travel insurance. Now, I wasn't the kind of person who usually thought about insurance. I always felt like it was a maybe later thing, one of those things that you think you'll never need until bam. But this wasn't just some standard travel insurance. Someone recommended a site called auras.insure. I honestly didn't expect much. I'd been burned before by generic insurance companies that offered more confusion than help. But with Auras, the process was different. They didn't just promise to maybe reimburse me for a lost item. They were on it. Fast. No ridiculous paperwork or endless phone calls. They helped me with the claim as if it was their own problem. And here's the crazy part. Within a few days, I started getting notifications from the airline about a potential lead. The next thing I knew, they had located my luggage. Stolen. But sound. It was surreal, really. I couldn't believe it. I was skeptical at first, but Aura's help was a game changer. They were actually able to track down the airline's oversight, and I recovered my stuff. I got everything back. My clothes, my tech, my book that I thought I'd lost forever. All of it. So, here's what I learned. Life happens. Bad stuff will come your way. You can't plan for everything, but you can prepare. And insurance, good insurance, can make all the difference when the worst-case scenario hits. Now, I'm not saying this is something that happens every day or that it'll always work out like it did for me. But when I was left standing there, feeling totally helpless, I was grateful I had a backup plan. I never imagined that something like Auras would end up being my safety net. But it was. I'm not here to make a pitch or push a product. I'm just sharing my story. You should know about this option, though. It's not some slick marketing. It's a personal lifesaver when you're stuck in a bad spot. Trust me on this one. Anyway, if you want to know more about the insurance I used, I'll drop the link in the description. I really can't recommend it enough. Just make sure that next time you're traveling, you're not just thinking about where your next meal will come from, but also whether you've got the protection you need for the unexpected. Because if I hadn't had that help when my luggage went missing, I might still be stuck in that never-ending panic spiral. Don't let that be you. Prepare, travel safe, and be ready for anything.